Assalamualaikum and good evening, everyone. As we all know, we are here to discuss ways to avoid overspending while going out shopping. First of all, I would like to spearhead our discussion by saying that, from my perspective, I think that by drawing up a shopping list before going out shopping is a fantastic idea because by making a list of the things you need to buy first will definitely help you not feel preoccupied with other items while shopping and actually only buy the things that you actually need to buy, such as the main necessities. For example, buying groceries, clothing items, detergent, and over-the-counter medicine. Furthermore, making a list of the items you want to buy will help people who have problem remembering. This way, they can refer to the list and not encounter any problem such as overspending or forgetting to buy the items. Additionally, I also think that by practicing making a list of the items you need to buy while going out shopping will help you to train to become a much more productive person because you are planning out what you are going to do for the day and not dilly-dally around or procrastinate on the work that you actually needed to do. Next up, candidate C. Would you like to share some of your opinions regarding this matter?
Yes, thank you, Candidate A. I would like to say that this topic discussion is popular among adults. As we know, adults have their own money in their bank, which comes from their part-time work, or they keep it since they are still young. I usually do like Candidate A said, like I used to do the shopping list, but sometimes it's not working for me. I think reducing the frequency of shopping is the best way to avoid overspending. When we go to the mall less, we will often save money from buying things that are unnecessary for us, like branded stuff. For me, as an as an adult, buying the branded stuff is not a good way to spend our money. For example, buying branded bags like Gucci, because in my opinion, maybe we only use the bag only for going to event or to travel. But if we are not going there, for me, it's not suitable to use the bag for other things. What do you think, Candidate D?
I can see your point here. Yet, how about bringing only the amount of money we need? By doing this, we can set a budget for how much we can spend every time we go shopping. In my opinion, I would say that this way works most efficiently because we surely can buy things that we desire. If the money we bring every time we go out is not enough, it is up to us to hold on to a certain amount of our money. We must keep in mind that the money we have must last the entire month, which is why I say this. I personally think that that it is important to confirm that before any big purchase is made, it will not interfere with any other plans we have made.
I don't quite agree with you because bringing only the amount of money, in my opinion, will not make someone able to control their spending. This is because we all know that in today's era, it is no longer relevant even if we carry enough money because there are many online banks that use QR codes and also bank cards to buy things even if we don't bring money too. I think that the most effective way to control ourselves is to exercise self control from overspending. Does anyone agree with my point?
I see. In a way, you think that a person needs to train themselves from overspending in order to help them be more controlling over their spending habits.
Indeed, I suppose that's true. However, I still feel that the most effective way to prevent overspending is to bring only the amount of money we need, because doing so can help us keep our spending to a minimum whenever we go out. Furthermore, we will also be able to train ourselves to practice only buying the things we need and not the things we want. For instance, We can wait for sales and discounts if we need a certain item someday but not right now. By doing this, we can also avoid impulse purchases. Don't you think so?
I agree with your point. To add your point, we can have a bank account or make two types of tubes with label for spending and the other one is for saving so that we can only bring the only amount of money that we put inside the tube when we go outside. This may help us be more aware about our spending money. For example, we will be aware that for this month we have spent more than we were supposed to spend.
I see, yes. I think I agree with candidate C. This way, we can clearly see how much money we have used by the end of the month and will definitely help us to budget our next expenses more clearly and manage our finances in order to avoid losing money. For example, if a person is going out shopping, he will only need to take the money out of the shopping label tubes and not use the savings one by accident.
That's a good point, by the way. But don't you think exercising self control is more relevant to us to ensure that to avoid overspending is successful? There were many good things that have been mentioned by candidate D just now, but do we always look at an item before going to the mall or supermarket? And is it possible that we are always aware of the current price of the item? In addition, in my opinion, if there is an emergency such as running out of fuel or something, then if we only carry enough money, it will be very dangerous and unexpected situations. Don't you guys think the same way as me?
I agree with you, candidate B. Moreover, we should always believe that we can save money. Having a positive mindset will encourage us to exercise self control. We will also learn to become disciplined people, make plans, and carefully manage our finances. Money is a valuable thing, particularly among the age of today. With that being said, I believe we can all agree that money should be set aside for necessities and other important purposes. What do candidates A and C think then?
I have grown to like candidate B point of view. I agree that a person needs to discipline themselves in order to better themselves in the future. Exercising self-control is a good way to start. With this, we can learn to take control over our spending and decision makings and not get swept away by our desires.
I like candidate D points for the exercise self-control. It is true that everyone has to control their willingness to spend more than their ability. I have heard the saying that only we ourselves can change ourselves. No one else can help us but ourselves.
That's right. Well, after hearing the arguments for each of the four options, I believe it is time to draw a conclusion.
Yes, I think so too. Does everyone agree that exercising self control is the best way to avoid overspending?
Yes,
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 I
I
agree.
agree. All right then. It seems that we all have come to an agreement and have selected our best methods in order to avoid overspending while going out shopping. I would like to say thank you to all of the candidates for participating in this discussion with me and contributing to the discussion in an orderly manner. Thank you, everybody.